Why, hello there. Welcome to Minecraft. As you can see, I'm over at Tato's house, totally not defacing any of her artwork. And no, really, this is just a prank. Just going to see how she reacts when she comes back to her Enderman having a bunch of teeth. And we'll just go from there. All right, so without further ado, this guy looks great, and let's move on. So, today I am going to start digging more of our little hole here and just start plugging away as fast as I can at that. However, just after we get started, I got contacted by Stellar Centaur because apparently he would like some help finishing off his desert. So, little backstory here, we have already worked together with him and Det, actually excavating about, I want to say, a third of the desert area that he seems to have claimed. So he's just we're talking about how I got a beacon now, and he's just been playing with these iron shovels that have been sitting there forever and really not going too fast. So we're going to pack this all up and we're going to head out to the desert and maybe use this to get a little bit faster. Before we go too far, I am going to finish making these new pickaxes that I need for our build here, and then we'll head on out to the desert. I am getting a lot of fortune, which in any other case I would be happy to see, but of course right now I'm just looking for Silk Touch, so like, come on! Oh, it's okay though, I'm still happy. Anyways, let's pop into the nether and get our butts moving so we can get some stuff done for this week. So a lot of this video is unfortunately just time lapses of me digging tons and tons of sand, but I couldn't really decide between scrapping 18 hours of footage or condensing it to like a 3-minute time lapse. And even though it's not the most satisfying time lapse because I didn't have my camera account going, I still think it kind of does the job. It's kind of fun to watch. And man, the plans that I'm hearing that are going to be going on out here are going to be just fantastic. Effectively, what's going on out here from the sounds of it is what he's going to do is he's going to take the sandstone layer that gets left behind and use that as like a blueprint to build his area out here. And now I'm not sure if he's going to be doing like a city, some ruins, or a giant castle, but it's definitely going to be very exciting to see what he does over here. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the footage of us kind of interacting out here and being silly, but I do have plenty and plenty of digging. As you'll see, I just have Minecraft days worth of just spending the whole day digging, putting stuff in a chest, killing some Endermen, and getting back to the digging. Because it's very important that we actually finish projects before moving on. I don't even want to guess how many unfinished projects I have sitting around here anymore, and this will not be one of them. It is pretty daunting every time you go to a different corner of this giant island of sand and just go, oh, I haven't even started yet. But it was really cool heading towards the end and starting to see some of the area that we'd already worked on and just having to kind of clip off into that. Then there was this big chunk that you see working on now, and then, oh, look at that. It's just so much open area. So what we'll do is we'll kind of plop on over here and go for a nice little walk just to kind of see. Like I said, about a third of this was already done. So like all this middle had to be done, but all the edges were already done over here. And then out this way, some of this stuff was already done, and then some to my left. And then from there, I want to say where I started out was right about here. And then it was just days worth of digging sand until getting all the way over here, and then realizing that it goes even further, so I had to get all this done, which surprisingly fit into fewer chests than I had expected. I think at first we were bringing everything back, and then I just started throwing them in random chests. He can come find the sand when you need it. So then there was this area over here, had a nice little line in it, got all the way over here, and oh my gosh, I just can't wait to see what he does with all this. It is literally insane. But anyways, let's eat some carrots, pack up, and get ourselves moving home. We got more work to do. Oh yeah, speed it up. You know, honestly, sometimes it is just so nice to come back to some of your old builds and just kind of like walk right through them. It's been such a long time since I've been out here to, gather some food or get something. It's kind of nice. having a big world like ours, we kind of have stuff all over the place. So then when you travel from like someone's house to your house, you end up remembering that you got a nether portal in the basement. You know, stuff like that. It works out good. Anyway, so let's get back on our way over to home here, and we can go ahead and slap this beacon back together. Assuming I can place a block. There we go. So then we're just gonna pop this together, throw this up, and then you know what? Just as I was getting ready to start doing some more digging here, I realized not only do we have plenty of time lapse, but I never built my monument on camera here. So let's actually go check this out. So this is just the base of it. And as we started kind of throwing blocks together, I realized that the monument I was going to build and the monument that I'm going to end up building are not going to be the same thing, which is perfectly okay. So really with this, we were just trying to go for something that kind of has like a why is it here effect. I was going to use this as like a platform to a build in the future. Might come back to it, might not. Ended up building basically a tower of death, because then when I brought some people from the server over to check it out, I figured with all the water, no one should be able to fall to their death, but I was definitely proven wrong, and you'll definitely see what I mean when you see the end result. It does end up getting pretty tall. As far as playing around with it, I was trying to think of like how to make it look like it was kind of bouncing from below, and then I noticed like I have it set right on a geode, so maybe I'll try to do something with amethyst too. I really haven't decided. I was just kind of slapping blocks together, because like I said, after a little while, the design versus what I was actually ending up with were two very different things. And then so I would kind of get to a point where I just need to kind of fly away and go think for a minute. Just kind of look around at some of my other builds and like, how is this gonna fit out here? What are we gonna do? All right, back to work. So as far as I was hoping, I was also gonna eventually, hopefully, maybe put a beacon in here. But on Bedrock, beacons can only be seen from like 64 blocks away. So you basically have to be underneath it to see it like it's a beacon. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do kind of instead of that. Like I don't really know. I want it to have like a nice like light shining up through the top. You know, oh, come on. There we go. So as I keep building this, I did remember to like keep it hollow and stuff so that I could put the beacon wherever I want in there. And then I ended up deciding, well, what a waste of a beacon if you can't see it from that far away. So that's fine. Got this little room built. This little room right here definitely decided to be a spawner for mobs, which made this much more difficult because I would be standing up here and constantly being shot by skeletons, and then they would drop down and they would continue shooting at me. So it just kind of was what it was, but it was also like, come on guys, I'm just building a little thing out in the ocean. What are you doing out here? But, you know, they never give you a good answer. They just sit up there and wait to shoot you. They're like, yo, I'm a skeleton. But anyways, so I lost the rest of the footage of that one as well, because I'm so good at hanging on to my footage, apparently. So I ended up having to go and just show you the final result here, which is really not as impressive as I was hoping. Kind of looks like a mystical lightsaber that's way too big or something. I don't know. What do you think it looks like? It's hardly a tower. It doesn't really do anything. I made it so you can go up, but that just ended up being the death of my friends, so that was pretty smart. As far as usefulness in this design, I can't imagine using it as anything more than a landmark. Like, I didn't leave enough space in it. It's made out of cotton, so it doesn't really, you just bonk your head on it. And then, like, not to mention, like, it's kind of awkwardly shaped. Like, I don't know what I was doing, but I ended up kind of making more of an oval around it rather than a circle. And I was counting my blocks. Or maybe it's just my perspective. Nah, it does look like a circle. Well, at least it's a circle. It makes me feel a little better. This is kind of, nah, it's very oval. It's very oval. I can't decide. Is it a circle? Is it an oval? Do I really care? I don't know.